You have an emotion, and it often begins with an emotion. We can let them control us, or we could create some awareness around them and try to be almost like an inspector and understand them. And that's what I want to invite you to do with this process, is not to shove the emotions down, not to ignore them, but to let them just come right up, be your friends, and let them be your guides. To start thinking of your emotions as tools for you, that they're another form of information that we need, critical information that's going to help you. So we want to love our emotions and really embrace them. But we do this not by staying stuck in them, but by understanding them and using this technique to help us to change our thinking. So what we first do is, when you feel that emotion, you're going to ask yourself, what am I thinking? Because every emotion first starts with a thought. The pattern is, we think something, and those thoughts are going to cause us to feel a certain way with our emotions. And then those emotions are going to cause us to act a certain way. Sometimes you're going to catch this with an action, like you might find yourself yelling at your kids or having an argument. Whatever it is, there's a thought behind it. And we can't change the thought until we understand what the thought is. But I want you to follow that thought all the way through. Write all those thoughts down. And then ask yourself question number 2. How does that make me feel? When you're thinking that thought, what emotions are you stirring up because of that thought? What's that bringing up for you? And write all of those emotions down. And then the third part is, okay, when I'm feeling that way, what is it that I do? Well, that's, when I yell, or that's when I get snippy, or that's when I retreat to my room and I want to be quiet. When you can sit down and see, oh, these were the thoughts that caused this emotion that led me to these actions. And when you understand all of that, now we have a choice. We can allow ourselves to be ruled more by our fear-based thinking, which is typically what happens when we're having negative thought patterns, or we can decide that we want to be more faith-based. We want to lead more from our heart. And this is where we're going to run through this exercise again, flipping it. And that's exactly what you do, is you almost are just going to choose the opposite thought.